Good evening. Welcome to our 6:30 Bible Challenge this evening. I thought we'd look at the book of Ephesians once more. It's one of my favorite books. Ephesians chapter number 2. We've had our grandson Noah with us for 2 weeks, and we took him back down to Mannington, West Virginia. Took him back home today. And so I am in the front living room at Catherine's place. And when we came here, before I could get out of the vehicle, I was sent on an errand back into the little town. And they ran out of something. They ran out of the important papers. They ran out of toilet paper. And so I was sent back to town to get that. And it made me think, lots of times we run out of things around the house. You can be a fisherman and be fishing and have your little container of night crawlers, and all of a sudden you realize your fishing trip is over because you've run out of night crawlers. Or you get up in the morning and if you're like me, most every morning I have a bowl of cereal for breakfast, and there have been times when I have poured cereal into a bowl and gone to the refrigerator, and then I remembered there's no milk. So I've run out of milk. You can run out of ketchup, mayonnaise. I've opened a can of tuna fish before and then realized I had no mayonnaise, and I have to have mayonnaise for that tuna. And so we can run out of gas physically and in your vehicle. You can run out of gas. You can start to work on something, and after a few hours you say, I'm too tired. I'm done. I've run out of gas. So you can run out of patience. You can try to be patient, and you can do that for so long, and then finally, all of a sudden, you're all out of patience. Well, I want to just remind you a couple things about God. God never runs out of mercy, and He never runs out of love. And mercy is when we don't get what we deserve. And as we read these verses, the Apostle Paul was reminding these young Christians that God was very merciful and very loving. And it took a lot of that because they were very, very wicked in their sin. And we all are. If we start to develop the attitude, well, I'm a little bit of a sinner. I've done a little bit of wrong. Or I've told a little white lie. We're trying to lessen our sinfulness, and that's wrong. In fact, our sinfulness is so bad that it causes us to be dead spiritually. And so if we start in verse 1 of chapter 2, it says, "And you hath He quickened or made alive, who were dead in trespasses and sins." And so then verse 4 says, "But God, who is rich in mercy, for His great love, wherewith He loved us." There it is, all wrapped up in one verse, mercy and love. God is rich in mercy, and He's got a great love. And it's that mercy and love combination that God is rich in, that He never runs out of. That's what causes God to be able to rescue us from our awful, sinful state. There's an old hymn that I was listening to some Christian music on the way here today, and they played kind of a new rendition of that old hymn. And there's a line in it that says that Christ died for such a worm as I. And when you consider yourself just a worm, I'm a worm. That's not rationalizing our sin. That's not making our sin little. That's recognizing our terribleness in our sin. But God's mercy and His love is greater than all our sin. It's a really good thing to know that God is rich in mercy, and He's got a great love for us. For God so loved the world. You could put your name in there. For God so loved you. For God so loved me. Whosoever would may come. Have a blessed evening.